I'm Ruth Badger, and in business, I've got the golden touch. You may have seen me on TV before, but this time, I'm in charge. I've got 13 years business experience. In 2 years, I helped a company increase their turnover from 3.1 million to 13.1. That's 10 million in 2 years. Struggling businesses, no matter how big or small, I'll make it my business to turn you around. So if your company's on its knees, I'm the person to call. Bring on the Badger. This week, I'm selling the A-bike, but the boss is driving me mental. Excuse. What the f am I doing standing here then? If you've got a product that is so easy to sell, what am I doing here?
The Badger has been called to a business in West London that's crying out for help. This is Mayhem. Until recently, it was turning over £4.5 million by selling a range of novelty gizmos, like the must-have flashing rubber duck and Britain's best fart machine. But profits have bottomed out, so boss David Merricks has gambled everything on a brand new product to save his company, the A-bike.
We've taken a risk. We've taken a big risk given the size of our business. There's not a moment when I'm not worried about it. We have to make this work.
It's an engineering miracle, a road bike that folds to the size of a briefcase. It should appeal to a massive market, the army of commuters on Britain's transport network. So why is it that David has a warehouse piled high with thousands of unsold bikes?
We're probably not ideal bike salespeople.
And now the clock is ticking on David's £1 million gamble. In just 6 weeks' time, he has to pay the bank back £300,000. Enter the Badger. She's got just 7 days to turn Mayhem around.
If we fail to sell another bike, the company would be in serious problems.
It's do or die time for Mayhem.
I know a girl with a golden touch. She's got enough, she's got too much. But I know you wouldn't mind.
Hi, David. Pleased to meet you. I've come to sort your sales problems out. You've invested a lot of money, and that's very brave, I must admit. Rough ballpark figures?
£300,000 remaining to be paid off.
So you've got a debt of 300k. OK, and when's that going to be paid?
By mid-December.
By December. So the pressure's on then?
It is a bit, yeah.
What set targets have you got for your sales force?
We don't, on terms of how many retailers we would get.
Right, so what's their target?
We were sent out an invitation to 750 independent bike dealers.
You still haven't answered the question. Have they got individual targets?
No.
OK. The fortunate thing is that Ruth Badger's come into your business. We're actually going to find out what's going on and we're going to put it right. You can show some more enthusiasm than that.
Fantastic.
Great. Take me out to meet your team.
OK.
With David's Christmas deadline just 6 weeks away, the phones should be deafening. But Mayhem is more like a funeral parlour.
This is the main sales office.
Oh my God, that's quiet. Can you hear any phones ringing?
Not at the moment.
I've never, in my experience, heard a sales floor this quiet. Ever. I'm scared to talk loud because it's so quiet.
Well, you better liven it up a bit then.
It all comes down from the person that's leading.
Right. Joe, nice to meet you, Ruth.
Hello, Joe. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ruth Badger. How are you?
Not bad.
So what's your role in the company?
Sort of product manager, really. Bit of finances, bit of general stuff, actually.
Jack of all trades, then, really?
Little bit, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Design team. Please, Rob, please.
Hello, Rob. How are you?
Great, good, thanks. How you doing?
And this is?
Hi, I'm Faye.
Hello,
nice
pleased to meet you. I'm Ruth Badger. What do you do in Mayhem?
I'm the sales national account manager.
Look forward to talking to you
All
later.
right,
Cheers.
After meeting the team, the Badger wants to take a closer look at the star product and find out how well David knows his bike.
So you've got a really big warehouse? Ah, the A-bike. I want to see how easy it is to use. Can you demonstrate it for me?
Certainly can. Here we go. First time you get on it, you suffer from WBS.
What's WBS?
WBS is wobbly bike syndrome, but you soon get used to it. I'll show you the brakes. Stand there, don't move. Confidence.
Shall I have a go?
Go and have a go.
I've got heels on.
Ideal on high heels.
Oh, I don't know.
That's it. What a tight turning circle. Brilliant. Look at that, like a natural. Even with high heels. You just get used to the slightly different geometry. You have to sit slightly further forward. But you've got it, I think. So, how did you find it?
I don't think the A-bike is the problem. But you're not selling them, so what's the issue?
We've just got to get it out there, haven't we? Ruth?
That's what we're going to sort.
If it's not the product, it must be the salesman. The Badger puts David's pitch to the test.
OK, David, you imagine walking up here, prime position, the A-bike in the window. We found the shop. Let's go and close the deal.
OK.
Please meet you, I'm Ruth Badger from the A-bike.
Here we are. It weighs just over 5 kilos. Right. It's designed principally for short distances. We're not going to win the Tour de France with this, so that you can open and close it in, well, the world record is 6 seconds. I take a bit longer.
Time's up.
I mean, it's not designed to be someone's first bike, or even the second. I think it's like the 4th bike.
What's actually happened in there has really just concerned me. He went in there, really started to waffle. There's no format to his sales at all. Not once did I hear the lightest, smallest bike in the world. All the unique selling points that need to go bang to get somebody's interest, but there. I'm going to go and make sure that he's not giving it the flannel and he's going to close the deal.
I think the world land speed record is about 25 miles an hour, but normally it's about 10 miles an hour.
Right.
And you can go up
It's
down.
scary at 25, I think.
It is a bit. Well, he was a professional cyclist.
I mean, basically what you've got here is the smallest, lightest bike in the world. What I need to establish today is whether you'd be interested in actually putting some of these in your store.
Yeah, no, we would be interested.
You would?
Yeah.
I need a minimum order.
I'll place the minimum order.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nice to do business with you.
Thank you.
Sort it out, David. Constructive feedback. There was too much waffle. The statements that I was giving him about the bike, the lightest, smallest bike in the world, bang, you knew what it was. You need to hit them to get their attention straight away.
It's coming to the end of the Badger's first day at Mayhem. Time to interrogate the crack team David relies on to sell his prized A-bike.
Hello, Faye.
First up, Faye, the National Account Manager.
You've got the sales experience. Why isn't this selling?
I haven't really been involved in it at all until recently.
OK, so when did you become involved in it?
2 weeks ago.
How do you feel being a salesperson without any targets?
A bit lost, really.
Have you banged on his door and said, David, I want some sales targets?
Yeah.
And you've never got any?
No.
Hello, Jess. Nice to see you again. Take a seat. You're the International European Accounts Manager. How many have you sold?
About 20.
20. Have you actually got any sales experience? Proper sales experience?
I'm afraid not, no.
OK, would you describe yourself as a salesperson?
No.
Maybe David's right-hand woman, Jo, can shed some light on the sales situation.
Whose decision is it to how this bike's sold?
It's David's decision, and then it's backed up by me. I think we instinctively know where it should be sold and how it should be sold.
How many A-bikes have been sold by Mayhem?
936.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did you look that up because you were coming in here to see me? Quick, right answer. Did you look it up because you were coming here to see me?
No.
Why is that knowledge not out on the floor?
Because I sort of hold most of the figures and stuff, so...
OK, so basically you hold your cards close to your chest when it comes to numbers?
Not really, no. It's just that nobody sort of needed them recently.
Do you honestly think there's any problems in this business?
There may be the odd communication problem.
I've only actually been here a matter of hours, and straight away I could tell you that all the staff are demotivated. They're meant to be selling 5,000 bikes, and they haven't even set themselves targets. There's 2 people to blame, and I'm going to sort that out tomorrow.
Coming up, the Badger sharpens her claws
I would literally go out there with a carving knife if this was my company.
and tears a chunk out of management.
How many selling days to Christmas, Joe? About
45.
Stop. 33. Why do I know that? Oh, because I've got a brain.
The fate of gizmo company Mayhem rests on the tiny frame of its star product, the A-Bike. With a bank loan deadline looming, the MD has called in Ruth Badger. She's got just 6 days left to pedal sales in the right direction. It's the Badger's second day at the company, and with so much to do, she arrives bright and early. But Mayhem is deserted.
I am really, really annoyed with this. They know how long they've got me for. And what time did they expect me to turn up? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, I'm a businesswoman. They've got bank debt of over $250,000. And no here. First member of staff to turn up.
Oh, and I'm late.
Considering that I've actually given up time out of my busy schedule, out of my own business, to help this company succeed, do you think that's good enough?
No.
Neither do I. Who's going to be next in? Who do you reckon?
Evie.
We will wait and see. Okay. Look at that look of surprise. And what time do you call this, David? Faye turned up about 10 minutes ago and I've been waiting around for half an hour with nothing to do.
Our normal office hours are 9 till 6.
If one of my sales managers turned up, running to my office at 5 to 9, I would get him by the scruff of the neck and I would throw him out. Attitude, ability and attendance. If they don't turn up, you them off. I'm willing to put the work in to make sure that this company achieves. Are you? Yes. All right, I'm going to leave you to go and eat your croissants and then we'll start.
Nice.
By 9:30, the staff are trickling in, but lateness is not the best way to impress the Badger.
I'm so angry this morning. It's an hour and now 15 minutes into the day and we haven't done anything. And I bet you if you go out there now, not one person is on the phone. So actually, when do we start work, guys? 9:30, 10? I would literally go out there with a carving knife if this was my company.
With her fur already ruffled, the Badger is itching to tackle the sales team. But first, she needs David's backing.
Right, David, the reason I've got you in here is because we're actually going to start running this business properly from today. I need you to be fully behind me and agree to the changes that I'm willing to make. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to improve the team dynamics. Nobody's talking to each other. Your staff feel as if they can't interviews, they can't talk to you. Why is that happening? Why do they feel like that?
Well, I'm disappointed if I failed in that, and I should do something about that.
But why do you think it's happening?
Because I don't talk to them enough. I try to.
You talk too much, you don't listen.
Okay. No, point taken. I'm here to listen to you.
The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to motivate the team by giving them targets and giving them responsibility. Salespeople want sales targets. Why? Because when they hit them, they feel fantastic. When they don't hit them, they feel motivated because they've got a goal to aim to. Very, very simple problems. Very, very simple solutions. Right, everyone, can I have your attention, please? I've got a bit of a surprise for you. We're going to go out this morning and have a bit of fun. Do we need any money?
The Badger sets the team a challenge.
Are you ready, Rob? Look excited, Faye, for God's sake. Come on, contain yourselves.
And they take it on with trademark enthusiasm.
Come on, come on. I'm actually going to introduce you to something which is called teamwork. We're going to have two captains, so I can have David and Joe here, please. And what we're going to do, we're going to start at one end. You're going to have a bike that's dismantled. You're going to get it up. Then you're going to ride all the way down, all the way back, put it down, and the next person's going to take over. The first team back wins the competition. Now the twist. When you put the bike up, you're going to be blindfolded. So communication is the key. Talk to each other. On your marks, set, go. Come on, give some communication encouragement. This is as quiet as the office. Come on.
Blindfold off and get riding. Come on, Faye. Looking good.
Oh, my God, please. Come on, Jess, give us some support.
Come on, Faye. Come on, Faye. Keep pedaling. Come on, Faye. Come on.
Keep going.
Come on, pedal for all your work. Come on, put some more effort in. Yeah, come on.
Right. Put the bike down.
Where's the blindfold?
Faye's got it around her neck. Let's get David blindfolded.
Teamwork, come on, get it over your eyes, David.
Ride like the wind, David, like the wind. Put some effort in.
Some of the team embrace the spirit of the competition,
Come on, David.
Come on, that's a cheering.
Come on.
Encourage you, give us some support.
while Deputy Boss Joe gives a good impersonation of a turkey waiting for Christmas.
Come on, Evie!
And are you ready to go?
Go.
Go, come on, Rob! Come on, David, encourage your team. Come on, Rob!
Come on.
Come on, encourage your team. Joe. Come on, Rob! Come on, Team 2, give her a cheer.
Almost.
Unfortunately, Joe, I saw very little communication from your team. So, David, the good news is that your team wins. You all give yourselves a round of applause.
That's what we like.
The race has proved to be an eye-opener for the Badger.
If somebody said to me, are you going to come out and have a bit of fun? I'd be like, yeah, I'm going out of the office environment. They were like, have I got to go out? Well, yes, you have, because unless you actually get some competition into the team and start talking to each other, you're never actually going to communicate.
In particular, one person stood out.
I've never seen a manager struggle to communicate as much as Joe. Even when you take her out of the office and out of the environment, she still doesn't gel with any member of staff. That says to me that if she's actually in control of the communication, which she is, she shouldn't be.
So before returning to the office, the Badger wants to give the turkey a roasting.
Why have you got such an issue with communication?
I don't know really. Hopefully it's not that bad. But,
Well, from what I've seen, and I'll be honest, it is. Could you walk into the office now and go, morning everybody, what did you do last night? What did you plan for the weekend? Do you ever do anything like that?
not very often, no.
You certainly haven't interacted with me since I've been in the company. This is the first time you have physically looked me in the eye when I'm talking to you. Why?
I don't know.
Give me the answers, be honest with me. I don't get the feeling you're going to do anything.
I am. You have to wait and see. I will do.
So you're definitely going to prove me wrong? Right, OK.
It's the afternoon of day 2. The Badger assembles the troops to set out her plan for how to get sales of the A-bike into the fast lane.
3 fundamental problems that absolutely scream out at me. Number 1, communication. Nobody ever talks to each other. David and Joe, no wonder your staff won't actually come up to you and talk to you. You sit facing the wall. Why do you do that?
It's got a lovely view.
Lovely view.
Yeah, well, I can hear what's going on.
You can hear it. Well, you can hear anything because there's no noise. Issue number 2, actively sell. David, you put the best salesperson in the company, the national sales manager, to sell the product 2 weeks ago. And you put the European sales manager on it a month ago. What the hell are you doing? So from today, we're actively going to start selling the A-bike. I'm going to put a full-time team on it. 6 people, Jess, Evie, Faye, David, Joe and Rob. And the third and final problem is the biggest. There is no motivation. David, there are no targets. How the hell can you work in a sales environment with no target? We need to sell 4,004 bikes by Christmas. How many selling days to Christmas, Joe?
About 45.
Stop. 33. Why do I know that? Oh, because I've got a brain and I'm going to put some strategy into the sales. You need to sell 4,004 bikes in 33 days. That's 121 a day. Each, that is 20 each. That is the target that you have to achieve. Is there anybody here that thinks they can't close 20 a day? If you don't do it, my God, you'll have me to answer to.
I thought it was a bit of a blunderbuss approach. Her job is to try and suggest changes that work, and what should we say if they work? The proof of the pudding will be in eating.
A healthy argument to start the day. What better way?
It's the Badger's 3rd day at Mayhem and her first opportunity to enforce her new regime.
Tell me what you see right here.
As ever, she likes to attack early.
Let me tell you what I see. Mess. That has been sitting there since yesterday. You've got bottles of suntan cream and champagne on your server. It's all about perception, and it all starts from you. The way you dress, the way you communicate. I'm not even going to go over to your desk because I saw it when you put the stuff down. It all starts today.
After giving David a dressing down, the Badger leaves him in the office and takes the sales team onto the streets to see what they're really made of.
Right, team. Your target today is to get 100 leads that we can actively sell on. So when people are coming up to you, be direct, get them within 3 seconds. This is the lightest, smallest bike. Don't bore them about the product, wow them with the product. Get it up, get it down. If they don't ride a bike, you want to know who they know that rides a bike, so we can potentially sell it to them. This is the way to show to your management that you can sell. Are you all positive about this?
Yeah.
Let's go out there and let's actually deliver the target as a team.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Hi guys, can I stop you a second and show you the Sinclair bike? No?
Do you want to have a go on this bike? It's the lightest, smallest folding bike.
I gotta get back to work, sorry.
Okay, no worries.
In unfamiliar territory, the team get off to a shaky start.
Hiya. I'm invisible.
Right, Evie, stop. It's not about walking with the bike, it's about stopping people and actually selling the bike. So what you need to do, as good as you look walking up and down, you need to stop people to actually see if they're interested. Watch. Now just have 2 minutes of your time.
The Badger shows them how it should be done.
Have you bought all your Christmas presents yet?
No.
Do you want me to take half the headache away?
No.
You should consider... Don't say no. How much is that? Delivered to you, 200. Compare it to anything that is similar.
It's very unusual.
It's half the weight, half the size and half the cost. That's the most important thing.
It's quite amazing.
What we'll do is, we'll send you the information. I'll get Evie to give you a call
Okay.
next week and we'll see where we go from there.
All right, that's
okay?
lovely.
Pleasure to meet
Really
you.
nice to meet you
Thank you very much
too.
for your time. Thank you. She's not interested in the bike, but her son might be. Do you think he can present it like that? Why?
I don't feel confident enough.
I'm going to leave you for 10 minutes. I want you to grab at least 3 separate people. All right?
Okay. Righty.
After several hours pounding the pavements, the team finally start to stack up the leads.
So yeah, what we'll do is I'll send you...
Okay, so let me get your details.
It's got everything on all the other bikes.
Email address and telephone number, and I'll give you a ring next week.
How many people go to your college?
There's 150 on our course.
Fantastic. Well, hopefully we'll see you in the next couple of days.
Oh, great.
Go and tell all your mates.
It is basically the lightest and the most compact bike in the world.
Is it something you'd be interested in buying?
I think I shall.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay, bye Evie. Oh, bloody hell.
There you go. You are getting better as the minutes are ticking by.
Cheerio!
While the team are cleaning up on the streets, David and Joe are following the Badger's orders and getting their hands dirty in the office.
Fantastic day today. Got the team out on the streets selling. 85 leads they got. It just shows when you put the right amount of pressure on what they can do. So why isn't David doing it? Why is he not managing them? Why is he not motivating them? I've proved they can do it. I'm going back to give them a good slap.
Good morning, Mayhem.
It's day 4. The Badger returns to the office to discover that Mayhem have made a good start with her new regime.
Morning, everyone. Well, this looks different, doesn't it? How does it feel?
Yeah, good.
Morning, David. My God, what's happened to your desk?
It's suffered a bit, hasn't it?
Suffered? I actually think it's very good. Where's all the paperwork gone?
They've been filed away.
Filed under what exactly?
Bins.
Well, it's not designed for...
I can actually hear noise for the first time that I've ever been here. Well done.
Thank you.
And Joe, how do you feel? Do you think it looks better?
Yeah, it's better.
I still need stronger answers from you. Still looking for that emotion, Joe. Fantastic work yesterday. We actually went out there, got on the streets and started to sell. So, it can be done. David, you've got to acknowledge that that's actually moving the company on.
Delighted.
Great. You hear your boss say, he's delighted. If I was sitting here and a member of the team, I'd think, what am I coming into work for?
It's just not my particular style to sort of show off in front of the staff or whatever.
But it's not about showing off, David. You're going to have no staff if you're not careful. When David stands up and goes, do you know what, guys, I'm very proud of you. Thank you ever so much. That's when I'll be happy with David.
Discussing the street selling also raises the question of who is going to buy the A-bike.
I think it's going to end up being mainly a teenage product.
Because
but we can't. But if we aim it at teenagers,
yeah,
we'll lose.
But it's not. No, because you're not aiming it at anybody.
We're keeping it open for all age groups.
But you're not actively going out and doing anything,
We're
Joe.
selling to different retailers. We're not just saying it's bike retailers. We've got gadget retailers.
Excuse.
Excuse no.
I'll actually put it. What the am I doing standing here then? If you've got a product that is so easy to sell that you know the target audience about, what am I doing here?
Okay, well let's get on now. Yep.
Well, I want to get on with it.
Right, yep.
Okay, can we get on with it?
Everything is generally aimed to improve things, so I've got no complaints. The odd bruised ego won't do us any harm.
But straight after the meeting, the Badger's prediction comes true sooner than she thought.
Okay, Faye, what have you got to tell me?
That I'm leaving.
Why?
When I first joined the company, the job was of much interest to me and I was sold on the products and the way the company was going. But things don't really go as they should. I need to have planning and strategy and forward thinking, and I've just had enough.
Even with the changes that I'm going to make?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything that I can say that will change your mind and make you stay?
No.
I don't know whether you've seen adverts on TV or...
As the day wears on, more grim revelations come to light.
So tell me about Hamleys.
They initially wanted to stock it as soon as it was launched, which was back in July. The buyer was very keen.
That's great
on
news.
It is, however, the way the strategy was, it wasn't allowed to be sold there at that time.
Joking. So basically, you got somebody begging for the product, and we said no.
Yeah.
You're talking about one of the most famous toy shops.
Most influential toy shop there is.
Hamleys. Why the hell in July, when they actually sat there begging for us to put it in the shops, did we say no to them?
We didn't say no. We said that this is the price, and he said that's not enough margin.
And what did you say then? Order so many and we'll look at the margin for you. It's all about brand recognition. The one thing that has been commented on this bike is it's not out there. I'm gobsmacked that you had that opportunity and you didn't take it.
I'm not sure.
I don't think we had.
What sense do we have the opportunity?
At the trade fair, they wanted it, but at that point, we didn't want to stock it to the retailers.
Well, are you going to do it?
Sure.
Great. Okay, let's get on then. Faye, can you get on the phone and make sure that that appointment's booked in? David, can you actually call them and see?
The following morning, day 5. As soon as the Badger arrives, she collars David.
David, I've just actually called you here because Faye's actually handed in a notice.
We hadn't been getting on particularly well. Secretly, I'm quite happy about it, to be honest.
So you're happy to be losing the best salesperson from the organisation?
She's not the best. Had she worked harder at the job and applied herself more, we wouldn't possibly be in quite such a position we are now.
And you purely put that down to Faye?
No, I don't I partly down to her.
In a nutshell, then, you're pleased she's leaving?
Well, I think the time has come, you know. I think the atmosphere will change once, she's gone.
David's bank loan deadline is fast approaching. The Badger has spent 5 days trying to save the company. Next week, it's their turn to do it by themselves.
You have to sell 20 bikes per person per day. Jess, do you think that's achievable?
I will try my
Right,
very
try
best.
is not a word in my dictionary. It's either I can or I can't. Evie, do you think you can do it?
Yeah, we can do it.
Yeah. No, not we, you. Can you do it?
I'll try.
I'll try. Again.
I'll do it.
Right.
I will do
but
it.
Don't me. If you say, actually, Ruth, 20 is too high for me, I can realistically do 5 a day. That is the target. Tell me what you think you can do. I don't want Badgers away, let's play. I want, my God, let's prove it by the time she gets back.
Been an amazing week. It's been dramatic, disruptive, cathartic. It's been lots of things, but I've enjoyed it. I've got quite fond of her. I think she's a genuinely likeable person, which surprised me because that wasn't the persona I was expecting.
What do I think is going to happen? Do I think they're going to sell by the time I get back? Well, they've got a mammoth task because they've just guaranteed me that they're going to hit their targets. I don't think so.
Coming up, the Badger returns to find Mayhem in meltdown.
There's something they're not telling me. I actually think they're lying to me.
And the staff backbiting begins.
There's a lot of talking and not a lot of doing.
What's he on about?
Sales Supremo Ruth Badger has spent 5 days trying to save gadget company Mayhem by turning around sales of the revolutionary A-bike. She's shown the lethargic team how to sell and set them new targets. Now they're on their own for a week to put her plans into practice. But on Monday morning, it's the same old story.
It's 8:30 and I got here about 10 minutes ago. No one else is here. And I remember Ruth's last words being that we were supposed to have an 8:30 meeting every morning. Good morning. But what can you do?
One by one, the team drift in.
Good morning.
Still made it before 9. I'm quite pleased with myself for that one.
And after the usual slow start, they hit the phones.
Oh, hi Jeremy, it's Faye here from A-Bike Sales. You alright?
Hi Dad, it's Rob calling from A-Bike.
End of the week.
But they can't seem to get anyone excited.
Everyone knew it was going to be hard. Out of 10 people you ring, 1 might be interested.
So, Faye and Rob take a leaf out of the Badger's book and try a more direct approach. They've set up a test ride with major bike chain Evans Cycles. If they can clinch a deal, it could result in a big order.
It's an interesting concept for a bike. You can't really compare it to anything. I think the closest thing you could compare it to is riding a snake. It sort of wobbles around.
Can you see a market for this bike in your shops?
I think it would be quite difficult to see it in our stores.
Missing out on the sale is a big blow. Back at the office, without the Badger's guidance, morale quickly drops.
The targets that she set, I'll be honest, are now looking very hard. I don't know what I can deliver. To say that I'm scared is probably reasonably accurate, yeah.
By Friday, the sales team are struggling to hit double figures between them. However, for David and Joe, a large order may have fallen into their laps.
A bit shaky at the beginning. After you guys.
Slovakians Mikkel and Patrick came across the A-bike on the internet and have travelled to London to discuss distributing it in Eastern Europe.
We're interested, you're interested. Let's work out a figure that we can both be happy with. But we'd have to be a minimum of 200.
Yeah, no problem.
Like your style, well done. Thanks for coming. Let's shake on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
After a week of woeful sales, the order for 200 bikes is a much-needed breakthrough. Something Joe and David are quick to point out to the team.
We have a distributor in Austria, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic.
Tick up on the board, that's 200.
Right, brilliant.
We do need to be focused on areas where we're going to be getting large numbers in one go. Because by doing it piecemeal, we're never going to hit the targets that Ruth says. Never. So we need to think big.
It's been a tough week for Mayhem, but now the Badger is back. She's returning for just 48 hours and is keen to know how they've coped without her.
Morning.
Hiya, you alright?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Nice and busy? David, how have you coped without me?
No, it's been very difficult.
You're right.
Yep.
Is that the last one?
There's one more down the warehouse and that's about it. Well, maybe 1 or 2.
1,000.
Yes.
How's the team been?
Been very good. They've been all hard at it. We've had a couple of knocks, but...
Okay, I'm going to get everybody together so we can have a good chat and see what's been going on while I'm away. Yeah. So, how was it last week? Rob, you start me off.
Well, everybody has been working really hard following up the leads and the sales calls. We did the buzz meetings every morning.
Joe, what have you been up to while I've been away?
We've been trying to increase the distribution in Europe, and on Friday we closed the deal for 200 bikes, which is an excellent start.
When I went away, I actually set you all targets. Rob, do you know the figures as we stand this morning?
Yes. At the moment, the 2 leaders, clear favourites, are Joe and David, having got their 100 each. Then everybody's about on the same.
Talk facts. How many have people closed?
Well, between us, we've sold between 14 and 11 each in a week, let alone
in a week?
day. Yeah.
So your target was 20 a day, and you've sold between 11 and 14 in a week?
Exactly. It's not fantastic, is it?
Well, it's not good enough, to be fair. Do you feel that everybody in the team pulled their weight last week? And I'm looking for honest answers. David, do you?
Yeah, I think everybody's trying. It's not much fun cold calling shops.
It's not?
No.
Faye?
Yep.
Good meeting. But there's something wrong. There's something they're not telling me. I actually think they're lying to me. Things aren't as good as they reckon they are. Otherwise, they would have sold more. So I'm going to dig into that now and see what's really going on. Come on, Faye. What's going on out there? And don't give me any There's no way that things are as rosy in the garden as everybody's making out.
No, not at all.
What's going on?
There's a lot of talking and not a lot of doing.
Action.
Shuffling paper and
Too
not
much
doing.
shuffling and not enough doing?
Yeah.
What's going on in the buzz meetings on the morning? Are they happening? You're smiling, so it means, come on. Cut the crap. Are they happening?
No, they're not.
Lying. What's he on about?
The Badger's time at Mayhem is nearly at an end. And to ensure her changes are successful, she sets them one final challenge. Only this time she's decided to appeal to their wallets.
Right, can I have everybody's attention, please? At the end of tomorrow, the person who sells the most A-bikes will get 500 quid cash. The person who opens the most account will get 500 quid. I want to see how well you can sell. What do you think? Yeah. Are you all up for it?
Yeah.
How does a grand sound in your pocket by the end of tomorrow?
Brilliant.
Tomorrow night, we're going to get together, and if we actually have some good results, I'm going to take you out, and we're going to go and celebrate Badger style.
The race will start first thing in the morning, so the Badger's given the team the rest of the day to book their appointments.
Would it be possible for me to swing by tomorrow, just show you the bike? Excellent.
How's it going, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's going all right.
With the Badger hanging over them and David's cash as an incentive, the team bash the phones and finally start to look like a sales force.
What, you've got 5 appointments? In half an hour? 5 appointments in half an hour? Jesus!
I've got 6 in half an hour.
Really? Doesn't it show you what can be done when you actually knuckle down and get on the phones?
Even Joe is getting stuck in.
You and David are going to Dixon's.
Yep.
I'm going to come with you.
Oh, goody goody.
There's the good news.
But the Badger is still not happy with everyone. It's clear that during her week away, David, the company boss, failed to motivate the team.
The issue that I've got is I don't think you're taking it seriously enough. I think it's a case of you don't really give a whether you sell the bikes this Christmas, next Christmas,
Oh, we do.
Christmas after.
Yeah.
If I don't think you give a about selling it, they won't think you give a about selling it. You need to get serious, put the pressure on Rob and put the pressure on every single salesperson. Because if they don't feel it, they won't perform.
Okay. Yep.
The next morning, with all eyes firmly on the Badger bonus, the race is on.
And that, in under 10 seconds, is ready to ride.
Positive frame of mind? Very positive, right.
David and Joe's first appointment is at retail giant Dixon's.
I don't want to yes, I don't want to know. Just tell me how many bikes you've sold this morning.
Just 15 on a trial basis in 3 of their top stores.
Yeah, we've got 15 and we've got our first account of the day.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Splitting the deal 50-50, David and Joe take a joint early lead, which leaves the rest of the team playing catch-up. But before long, Evie and Faye are hot on their heels.
Hi Faye, how's it going?
Yeah, well, I've opened Cycle Sport with an initial order of 5 bikes.
Good, well done.
Feel the weight, it's only 5.5 kilos.
However, not everyone is having such a good day.
Is it something that your customer base would support, do you think? I wouldn't stock it to sell to my customers. I wonder who else is going to win the £500. Because so far, it ain't going to be me.
So, the Badger heads across London to give Rob some support.
It's 5.6 kilos. You can run onto the bus with it, you can run onto the train.
That's fantastic. Getting the tube off the tube takes them 5 minutes to wheel.
You're selling it to me.
Doesn't need to steer too much, so what you'd say, a few minutes to get used to it.
Deputy boss Joe edges ahead.
2 visits, 2 orders today, so feeling quite pleased.
Hello. How many shops have you been to today?
4.
And how many bikes have you sold?
Yes, I've got 4 orders for the bike.
Fantastic.
As the race nears the end, the team are notching up the sales. But the Badger has one more rendezvous. Faye has finally secured a meeting with Hamleys.
It folds down to such a small size. It is the smallest, lightest, practical bike there is.
Okay, Ian, you've seen the product. Do you want to stock the A-bike in Hamleys before Christmas?
Right, I think the best thing to do, let's try it. We'll give it a bash. I'm confident we can get the sales. If I put an order for 30 to come into the store on Monday.
Fantastic. Great, thanks.
Done deal.
I look forward to coming in Hamleys in a few weeks' time and see people riding out.
If you want to ride around the shop floor with Faye on the handlebars, that wouldn't be a problem.
Might be a problem for us.
I was going to say... Faye, that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
well done.
that's good.
Not only did you make a huge sale, but you've got it into one of the most prestigious toy companies in the world.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Brilliant. Really, really good.
Worth it?
Definitely.
It's been a huge effort and long overdue. But at the end of the day, how have the team performed?
We have sold collectively 83 A-bikes. So, the person sell the most bikes today with a grand total of 35 bikes has gone to Faye. Can we have a cheque for £500 to Faye, please, David? Woo! Now, the second prize has gone to the person that has opened the most accounts today. So, David, could you please write a cheque to Evie, who has sold 4 bikes into 4 separate accounts today? Give Evie a round of applause, please. Woo! I have actually proven that you can go out there and you can make 83 sales a day. So please, 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 don't let me down, because I will be back to see you.
As the celebrations begin, the Badger wants a quick catch-up with Joe.
When I met you for the first 2 days, I didn't like you. I thought, oh my God, what is this woman doing in this company?
I must admit too, actually, for the first 2 days, I didn't really like you either. But I've been won over, and it's been like a transformation for me a bit. And actually, I've loved it, to be honest. I think now it's brilliant.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride it where I like.
Woo! 6 weeks ago, Ruth Badger entered Mayhem and set about turning around sales of the A-bike to save the company. But with a dithering boss and a clueless sales team, she had her work cut out. Now, with the Christmas deadline passed, the Badger returns to find out how Mayhem has got on.
Morning. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Right.
You all right?
Nice to see you.
Good, good. Hello, Joe, you all right? So how's it been while I've been away?
It's been okay. Yeah, we struggled through.
In fact, in the Badger's absence, Mayhem have continued to live by her rules. Sales of the A-bike have doubled. Thanks to the Badger, David's £1 million gamble has paid off, and his bank loan has been paid off too.
I never actually thought you were going to hit your target of 5,000, but congratulations, because that increase is amazing.
And I don't think we can all put it down to ourselves. We have to give you some credit for this, Ruth. When you came in, we didn't really have a clue, to be honest, what was about to hit us. On day 2, when you ambushed me and you gave us a lifetime, I thought, what did we let ourselves in for? We needed to kick up the arse. You administered it. I think we quite enjoyed it after a while. It's in a masochistic sort of way. I think we're very grateful. There's something I'd like to give to you. We've got for you here.
It's not an A-bike, is it?
It's not. It's a bottle of champagne.
Oh,
and it's no ordinary bottle of champagne. It's personally signed by Margaret Thatcher.
Well, most of my family are Labour MPs. No, seriously, thank you very much. And I'm absolutely tickled pink with your achievements. Please make sure that it continues. Thank you for the champagne, and I will never forget, certainly never forget the A-bike, never mind Mayhem. Thank you, David. From a man who used to prefer to look out of the window rather than look at his own staff, David has come one hell of a way, and thank Christ for that.